So water is one of the most important preps you're going to get. I'm not going to say the most important prep because that begs the argument, and people will certainly come out with something more important, but you will not survive long without water. Certainly you need oxygen before you need water, but water is very important. So over the holidays, on sale, I picked up 2 squeeze bottles. I thought they'd look pretty good. You got the Life Straw squeeze bottle, and you've got the Sawyer water filter. Both kind of sports bottle, squeeze bottle types. Thought it'd be fun. Get them. Kind of do a little side-by-side. We're going to unbox them, talk about what you get, what's in them. So the Sawyer at the time was $49.99. I've seen the price vary. That seemed like a good price at the time. It's a 1 liter capacity, and the Life Straw was $37.95. Not quite 1 liter. It's 650 milliliters, so a little short of a liter, but I like the look of both of them. I thought we could bust them out, do a little comparison, kind of talk about what you get. The Sawyer was, what do we say, about $12 more expensive than the Life Straw. So is it worth it? Is it worth the extra 12 bucks? As you see, I got a hidden item back here, a little bonus item, Pepto-Bismol. So if you're not drinking clean water, you're likely to need some Pepto-Bismol, maybe the second most important prep, or certainly if we're not calling this the first, the next most important prep is Pepto-Bismol. We don't talk about nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea, and polite conversation, but untreated in a wild situation, those can be lethal. So you might want to think about that as well, a little Pepto-Bismol. But we're going to talk about not needing the Pepto-Bismol, right? Having good, clean, filtered water. I want to hit the Sawyer first. I like the look of the squeeze bottle package. Now you look on the package itself, it says it filters up to 100,000 gallons of water. So if you drank a gallon a day, which they recommend a gallon a day per person, sure, a lot of people don't drink a gallon a day. It's 100,000 days. So if you did 365 days in a year, divide by 100,000, I think it was 275 years worth of clean water. Let's see, 273.9. I don't want to exaggerate. 273.9 years of clean water for one person. Based on what it says on the box, I'm not promising you're going to get 100,000 gallons to it. It says up to. So something else that's interesting on here, of course, is the microns. When you're looking at any filter, you want to look at the microns, and that's how small a particle would have to be to pass through the filter, and it's 0.1. It's a 0.1 micron absolute hollow fiber membrane filter. So anything bigger than 0.1 microns would get stuck in the filter. So that tells you what it can filter out. It says from technology used in medical dialysis, the 0.1 micron absolute filter uses a cluster of microfibrous tubes. Water is drawn through the sidewalls of the tubes into their hollow center and out the end of the tubes, while sediment, harmful bacteria, protozoa is trapped on the outer walls of the tubes. Even says on here, for removal of viruses, use Sawyer 0.02 micron purifier or other chemical methods. So I'm not promising, I'm not making any guarantees. Does not remove viruses is what it says. So I'm just reading you what's on the box, right? That's all I can do. I like it. It looks good. 1 liter capacity as opposed to the straws, and this is my first time to open it, so I may struggle slightly. There's probably a little tape on there, as I thought there might be. Got my handy dandy tape remover tool here, right? So let's cut the tape. I'm going to open it up live. Get this out of the box, see what you get. We'll put that aside. Might need it later. And that's it. There's nothing else in the box. Just the bottle. I like it. Keep it simple. Put it back there. 3X tested. So it's a water bottle, right? It has some squeeze, a little squeeze capability, as opposed to the straw. I've got plenty of the straws. I thought this might have an advantage. I guess it's some assembly required, in that you can kind of scoop up the water if you've got a water source, and you could drink on the go. So you're not trying to suck from the water source on the spot. You might be in a hurry and have to squeeze out on the go. So we've got a little instruction manual. That's always good. I see there's some stuff in here. Let's try to get it out. I'm sure Sure, this is supposed to be easy here. See? There's a couple things sort of stuck in here. It's super awkward. All right. I'm not going to hold this against them, but you can see they're actually this stuff's jammed in here, and I don't certainly want to damage anything. Let's see what can I get out of here. It's a weird packaging decision, guys. And this is not a paid promotion. This is just me trying to evaluate some of the equipment that's out there. And apparently the Sawyer, I don't understand what they had in mind here. And the two things in the bottle, and it doesn't feel like they fit at the same time. We might come back to that here. Let's see. There's some zip ties. Okay, zip ties are good. That's a good start. I'm sure there's an explanation in the instruction on what to do with the zip ties. A little piece of tube came out. Hopefully that's supposed to be like that. There's another little piece of tube in there. A couple more little pieces of tube. Not quite sure here. I guarantee they're supposed to come out because that's a giant. Maybe I should read the manual. I can't imagine that doesn't come out. It looks like some kind of a syringe. There we go. All right. There we go. So yeah, giant syringe. Sawyer cleaning plunger, not for medical use, so not actually a syringe. So you got a cleaning plunger in here. And then I assume, not having read the instructions, this is your filter unit. So filter unit, branded, sharp-looking Sawyer water filter. You got your lid. You can see some hosing's going to attach in here. And that's your filter component with a cleaning tool. So we'll take a look at this. Log 7 bacteria, it says. 6 log protozoa and cysts. Lifetime filter, highest biological filtration, easy to use. So there you go. You got a short tube goes on top. Long tube connects in there. Insert the end of the filter into the cap assembly connecting straw. Make sure the flow directioner is pointing towards the cap. Insert the filter, fill it up, fill the bottle up to 100 milliliter line. If filled beyond this point, the bottle will overflow when the cap filter is assembled. And it says for hydration packs or gravity shower bags, it's got instructions for that. Long-term storage. Disinfect the inside of the unit as described in sanitizing the bottle. Disassemble the filter assembly. And I've heard you don't want them to freeze, so not an issue quite where I'm at right now, but you wouldn't want it to freeze. So relatively straightforward. I think it was just a technical issue on my side trying to get everything out. Once again, I kind of like the idea of the filter in a bottle with the lid. You could scoop it into the creek, get your water, filter it up, and you're good to go. So that's the Sawyer. So the appealing thing, of course, is that 100,000 gallons. That's a big number. It's a lot of water. So next we're going over to the Life Straw. This is how they were shipped, right? So this was shipped a bag in a bag when I got them from Amazon. So we'll get this open. I'm not going to save this outer bag. All right, so we'll get into it. Also kind of that squeezy. I just wanted to add some squeezy bottles here. High flow rate, 3 liters per minute. Ultra compact. Filters bacteria, parasites, and microplastics. Your purchase has impact. Purchase equals 1 year. Safe water for 1 child. So if that should be important to you buying this, they get water for a child. So it's 22 ounce, 650 milliliters. Removes 99.999999% of bacteria, E. coli. Removes 99.999. Hopefully I'm reading enough nines. Don't sue me if I'm not. Of parasites, Giardia, and Cryptosporidium. Removes 99.999 of microplastics. Pore size is 0.2 microns. So right there you say this is 0.2 microns, this is 0.1 micron. So this is going to filter more, right? And that's just based what's on the box. And it says it filters 500 gallons. So once again, a gallon per day for a year is 365 gallons. So this would be more than a year worth of filtration for one person. This is 100,000 gallons. We said that's like 273 years. So there's a clear difference there both in the pore size, as a bigger pore means more stuff can get through, and the amount of water they say they can filter, clearly that appears to be a superior product. 650 millimeter cloth squeeze bottle, membrane microfilter, backwash syringe. All right, so let's get it open. Let's see what you get in the box here. So it slides out. There we go. All right, we're getting in here. All right, so you see in the box, you got thank you for your purchase. Your purchase has impact. One purchase equals 1 year of safe water for one child. That always is nice. We want all the children of the world to have access to clean water. So it makes you feel good about that, certainly. Took care of one, that's one. Little instruction manual. And then this is the filter. So maybe not what I had initially expected. You can see it. It is a squeezy bag. It's certainly a bag. It's not a bottle. Let's see how I'm supposed to get this out of here. They did package the syringe separately. Might have been a good idea. Let's see how much trouble I had. Let's see how to get this thing out of the box here. It's sort of attached. I don't know, do I unscrew it here? Not entirely obvious without cutting stuff how I get this out of the package. That's kind of weird. Alright, there we go. Okay, we're getting close, maybe. There might have been a better way to do that. I don't know for sure. Alright, so you have literally a bag, not a bottle. So it's certainly not a squeeze bottle, it's a bag. It'd probably be solid if it was full of water, but clearly bottle, bag, right? Don't need to go too deep into that. And this is your filter unit. It says life straw. Assume this screws off. A lot of threading involved, and it looks like a hook. So you could hang this, maybe put a little paracord in there, and I assume you drink from that end, and the dirty water goes in that end, right? And it's got a syringe once again to flush it out. And I'm sure the instructions tell you how to flush it out. I'm guessing something like that. I'm not going to make assumptions here. So this is your little life straw. So not 100%. I thought it was going to be a squeeze bottle. It says squeeze bottle water filter system. I wouldn't consider that a bottle. Nothing against life straw. Don't sue me or anything like that. But two products here, right? Similar in price. I think it was 37, I said, maybe 49. So a little more expensive on the life straw. I'm sorry, on the Sawyer. But based on what's on the package, you get a lot more with the Sawyer in terms of long-term life, filter capabilities, and I'm just going to do side by side here. I'm not going to break these open because I bought them to use them, not do some scientific experiment, but you can kind of see the filters here. I'm going to say similar in size. I'm not judging one over the other. I suppose you could say the life straw or the Sawyer is fatter and the life straw is longer, but once again based on the packaging, 0.2, 0.1, 500 gallons, 100,000 gallons. Clearly there's some significant difference on what's inside the plastic. So hope that helps out. Want to open them up, just kind of talk about it. Water, you need water to survive. You need clean water to survive. You need Pepto-Bismol if you're not getting the clean water, and even then you might not be doing so good. So think about clean water. Think about how you're going to live, how you'd survive if clean water is not available, because it's not, unfortunately, available in all places at all times for everyone, and planning ahead, being prepared could make the difference. So as always, thank you for watching, and we appreciate you.